My name is Tony Meander, and I am a Columbine-aholic. Can you believe that the school still exists? There it is! The character in my novel, The Columbine Pilgrim, is a man named Tony Meander who has a lot of traumas from his past. Most of what's discussed in the book relates to his experiences in high school, which he has chosen to fixate upon. I'm full of hate. And I love it. We all have traumas. We all face a choice of whether to let them go or to let them define you. There's a line in that Woody Allen movie. Max von Sydow says, the question isn't why did the Holocaust happen, it's why doesn't it happen more often. I think you could say the same thing about the Columbine massacre. When you're 13, 14, 15, 16, you're never more vulnerable. And at the same time, people are never crueler. The combination just seems like a recipe for disaster. I've read the books, joined the blog sites. I need more. I need something tangible. I'm a man, not a username. A man. People wanted to know why it happened, that these two boys would want to blow up their school and kill everybody.
It was the lack of gun control. They were outraged at the lack of gun control laws, and so they took it upon themselves.
Of all the issues surrounding Columbine, gun control is probably the least interesting one.
Still pretty compelling, though.
No, not in the least compelling. Why am I here? Cruelty is the natural order of things. In this book, The Columbine Pilgrim, the main character decides to take a stand against cruelty, but in so doing he, of course, embraces cruelty himself, which is cathartic for him, but still amounts to a travesty in its own right, which I want to elaborate on here.
Were you aware of the anti-bullying initiative?
An initiative?
I know that the president's talking about it. He's against bullying.
Well, good for him. Of course, people want to know, when you write a book like this, that's rather violent, in some ways even lurid, how much of this is autobiographical. I'm not going to claim that I was picked on worse than anyone else. I might have been the second most picked on person, or the third. I'm always either ahead of myself or behind myself. Never am I truly with myself. That's neither here nor there, and neither am I. We shouldn't underestimate the role of girls in adolescent cruelty towards boys. Not all girls, but girls of a particular social status.
What are you saying?
Pretty girls tend to be really, really mean. I had a crush on a girl in 9th grade. She wasn't really that mean, but she had friends who were. And to them it was just really funny that, someone like me would have a crush on someone like this girl. I remember sitting in class talking to some other nerdy guy, and then one of my crush's friends just turned around, looked me right in the eye, and smiled very malevolently. It contained 1,000 words, or 2 words. You suck. You're a loser. 3 words. You know what I blame the most is puberty. You're in a certain grade, say 3rd grade. Everybody's pretty much the same. It's not like somebody matters more than somebody else. There's not really an issue with popularity. A couple of years later, all of a sudden it's just taken for granted that if you're this kind of person, of course you're just going to be shunned and ignored. So if we could just go back and make it so that puberty never happens, we might just correct humanity. That's the real anti-bullying initiative that I think we should look into.
It's the anti-puberty initiative.
Anti-puberty initiative.
It's a quixotic
It's a quixotic
endeavor.
idea. I'm sure if it were tried, it would lead to a totalitarian society.
Should it be clear that you're wearing anything?
I think it shouldn't be.
At the moment, it's not clear that you're wearing anything.
I think I should seem naked or potentially naked.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yep, that works.